Water leaks everywhere. My name's Alan Hart, and in today's video we're going to look at, we've got water coming through the ceiling in a shop. So we'll look at that and see what the cause is of that. We've also got noisy boiler, which turned out to be something very different to what we thought it might be. And then we've got another leak as well. A leak under the floor in the middle of the kitchen, and again that turned out to be something totally different to what we expected. If you want to click down here and click on the like, also if you can click on subscribe, and that'd be great. My name's Alan Hart, and today we've been called out to noise in a house. Customer thought the boiler was noisy, but what we found there's a water leak. So there's a pipe that's got an hole in it. I'll show you on videos. So the customer's reported a noise, so we've come to look what this noise might be. And I'm under the floor now in the house. You can just see there. And all of that. Really sorry for the bad camera work here. I was getting absolutely drenched at the same time. All the floor was soaking wet, but the pipe has rubbed away, which I'll show you now. So we're just going to cut this pipe out now, and then we're going to repair it. So I just got absolutely soaking wet, so that must deserve a like. Please click on that like button, and let's go back in and I'll show you the repair, and then we'll go on to some of the other jobs that we've been to. So it's not the easiest thing to see there, but you can just see it's got like a little tiny hole in it. Really small. It's just pinholed over years. Obviously it's been rubbing like that in between them bricks, and it's rubbed itself away. So we're just going to repair this now. So what I've done is I've sleeved the new pipe that we're putting in, so that this doesn't happen again in the future for the customer. So then we're just going to connect that up together there. So we've just repaired it now. And we've sleeved it, going through it well. We've used press fit to repair this pipe under the floor. Now, because it's the lowest part of the house, it's got water running through it. So we could use other products. We could use some push fit, I suppose, or we could try and solder, but we'd have to get all the water out of it. So the good thing with press fit, we did this with the water running out of it, so the water was still draining. We've put the fitting on and we've been able to press it. So for me, press fit's absolutely brilliant. Let's go and have a look at the next job now. So if we can see here, it's leaking out of the top of the cylinder, out of the immersion heater. There's actually a shop below here. It's a supermarket, and this is in a flat, and at the moment the shop has got water coming through the ceiling. So what we're going to do now, we're going to turn the water off, drain this cylinder down. We're going to remove this immersion heater, and then we'll have a look at what it's like inside. We've drained the cylinder down now, still just a little bit of water in it, and now we need to take the immersion heater out. And this immersion heater is very stiff. It's been in a long time. So what we've done is we've heated it up with the blow lamp. I don't actually normally use my blow lamp anymore, but we've heated it up with the blow lamp so that we can get it out, and then we've managed to get it out. It's actually stuck, it's actually bent, is this, and it's difficult to get out of the cylinder now. But I'll just show you this immersion here, this immersion heater. It's in a right old state. Don't know if you can just see, there's like a little hole there, and it's all split at the back. So it's obviously it's not something new that's happened. It's been going for a long time. Just try and get this out. Try and get it out of the cylinder, and then I'll just show you. I'll show you the hole in it then as well. You can see there now it's got a massive split in the metal all the way down it. It's also warped, is that? So it took some getting out of the cylinder. If you can just see there, it's also got a big hole in it, and that's where water's been leaking. So it's obviously been leaking to a certain extent for a while. Maybe, I don't know, but anyway, it's made a right mess downstairs in shop. So yeah, well, what we'll do now, we'll put a new immersion heater in this, and then we'll get the water back on, and it'll be all fixed for the customer. So we're just going to tighten this new immersion heater back in here now. So that was a leaking hot water cylinder. That's all been repaired now. Customers happy, well, as happy as can be expected anyway. And yeah, let's go to, I'll show you the next job. The next one is also another water leak. The video footage on this is a little bit patchy, so I'll just try my best with this one. Please, if you haven't already, please click on that like button below. It really helps, and also if you can put a comment below as well, that really helps with the ranking of the video, so I'll be really grateful for that. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the next one. On this job now, I've been called out to help another plumber that's struggling to find a leak a little bit. So he is under the floor at the moment, and this is the pipe that's leaking. Now this pipe leaking is in the middle of the house, and there's no taps or up above it, but where it's leaking from, it goes under a concrete floor, and all that floor is tiled above it. So what he's thinking is, he's thinking that it's the joint that's leaking, and there's no other signs anywhere else of any water leaks. So what I'll do now is I'll show you the rest of the video. And he's traced these tiles. He's lifted some of these tiles up, and all tiles, they're absolutely shot anyway. Insurance company has said to trace and repair and take up all tiles, and then what we've done is as well, all the wall is all wet. We've noticed the wall is wet. So I'll just show you now. It's a little bit awkward to describe really, but yeah, let's go and have a look. Just going to the kitchen dining area now. This is where it's leaking, and these tiles here was already cracked and damaged. So they've been lifted up thinking that the leak would be there, but the leak wasn't there. There was water there pouring out, but when we go over here, this wall was damp, so he started to take some of this wall off here. But if you look through the other side, we can see the pipe is leaking on the other side. So we'll go and have a look in the other room now. A little bit of a tricky one to find that, because what was happening was, obviously it was leaking down the back of the tiles, under the shower tray, across the concrete floor under the tiles, so you couldn't see it. And then the only place you could see it, it was leaking out under the floor in the middle of the house.
and it were a tricky one to find. The tiles were already cracked, so they was lifted up before I got there actually. And then that wall, it were all soggy, and it needed to be cut out and changed anyway. It were damp, but you couldn't actually notice it because they had like a table there to start with. So yeah, that were a bit of a tricky one. It made quite a big mess actually in that house, and then the insurance had to put it back right afterwards.
I hope you enjoyed my video on water leaks. Thanks for watching, and please click on the like and subscribe. Thank you.